You can access all of the sequence read archives, vast public and controlled access human datasets in the cloud. This transforms a laptop into a high-performance computing device and can ease struggles with speed and local storage issues. This video demonstrates the steps needed to access public SRA data on Google Cloud Platform, or GCP. At the end of the video, you can link to a companion video describing access through Amazon Web Services. I'll cover these three activities: setting up a new cloud instance, downloading and installing the SRA Toolkit within your instance, and configuring and testing the Toolkit installation. To set up a new cloud instance, start at cloud.google.com. And if you're new to GCP, you might first go to the Docs link in the upper right of the page. And if you just want to try out accessing SRA data, we suggest using the GCP free tier. I've now signed into my account, and I'm in my dashboard. I'll go to Compute Engine, then Create Instance. I'll give my instance a name, and for GCP region, select US-East 1. South Carolina, and any available zone. At the bottom of the page, click Create. I now have my instance running, and you will typically interact with your instance via SSH, including, for our next steps, downloading and installing the SRA Toolkit. The steps for downloading the toolkit are nicely explained in our GitHub wiki at ncbi/sra-tools, including installing and configuration. I'm not going to show how to download and install, but be sure to get the latest version, 3.1.0 or above. I've now installed that version, and I will show configuring the toolkit because there are a few critical steps required to access these public data in the cloud. To get an interactive display for the configuration, type vdb-config-i. The first requirement is to enable remote access, which should be selected by default. You navigate this config menu either by tab or underlined letter. Type C, and you can decide whether you want data cached locally or not, and where you want it cached. If local cache is enabled, be sure that you specify a directory with sufficient disk space. The next two settings are critical. Type G to set options for GCP, then type R to set Report Cloud Instance Identity. That's it for configuring access. I'll type S, then O to save, and X to exit. If you want to review these steps in more detail, see the section on Toolkit configuration in the GitHub wiki page. Let's run a quick test of our Toolkit installation. Type fasterq-dump and an SRR accession, for example SRR 5368359. This run takes several seconds to retrieve, and here are the two FastQ files that command generated. That's all for this demo. We'd love to have your feedback and questions, so for help with SRA data and the toolkit, please write to sra@ncbi.nlm.nih.gov. And for feedback and other questions, please write to info@ncbi.nlm.nih.gov.